I think like my first introduction to knowing you guys as people comes from like Chuck E. Cheese stories, right?
The best stories.
He got in trouble at Chuck E. Cheese for Simboing a kid. He lifted a kid above his head.
I think we've actually briefly mentioned this on the podcast before because it's a story that fascinates me. But now that you're here, I want to hear, I say we jump right into some good Chuck E. Cheese content. Not very many people have the privilege of working at that establishment, let alone putting on the Chuck E. Cheese costume.
Yeah, he was a big Chuck E. Cheese. He was a tall ass.
Talk
Chuck
right
E.
into
Cheese.
the mic, Jake.
A
You
tall
can
ass
move
Chuck
it
E.
with you.
Cheese.
if
I was
you
a
need
good
to,
Chucky, though.
He was a kitchen cook, and he would fuck up the pizzas so bad. Like, they would be cut so terribly that he would bring it out to people and be like, there's somebody new in the kitchen. I'm sorry, that's so bad. But it was him every time.
I remember the one time I was the Chucky, and it was after Simboing the kid. I went in the back, and a little girl followed me in the back as I was taking off the Chucky outfit, and she just started screaming, "Chucky is dead!" And I just started chasing her out with the Chucky mask in my hand.
And that was probably pretty close to the end of your stint at Chuck E. Cheese.
Oh, that was just the beginning.
Oh, so yeah, okay.
It's about a weekend.
Yeah, it's tough to get fired from that establishment.
But he was fired. Don't get confused. He did end up getting fired.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and I think this is something we've also referenced on Chuck E. Cheese, or on the podcast. But Chuck E. Cheese, like, was there a lot? Did you see a lot of like stepdads in Chuck E. Cheese? Like,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of parents like to manhandle their kids there, and I would not get in the way.
Chuck E. Cheese is like child abuse shit.
Yeah, it's actually like a considered a safe zone, even though it's not safe. It's like one of the only places in the country where child abuse is completely legal.
It's like think Lasertron, but like you can hit your kids.
And you could run.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Lasertron, but there are no rules.
Did they have a dancing Chuck, like a mechanical Chucky there that like did the song and dance?
Oh yeah.
It was terrifying.
It was spooky.
I don't think I've actually ever even really. Did we ever? I don't know if I've ever been in a Chuck E. Cheese.
I went to Chuck E. Cheese.
It's too late now.
No, I don't want
We're
to
all
ever go to Chuck E.
bankrupt.
Yeah, they're bankrupt.
I don't
was
want
that?
to ever
Oh,
be in
okay.
Chuck E. Cheese.
I think ours is still open, though.
Yeah.
But every once in a while.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
it's on the pizzas as Pasquale's Pizzas for a while.
On DoorDash. Just so people wouldn't think it was Chuck E. Cheese pizza.
Is that legal?
No, definitely not. That's why they're bankrupt.
You could do that for sure.
Just rename like the pizza place inside of Chuck
After
E.
a
Cheese,
character.
Pasquale's Pizza.
God damn it, that's amazing. That's
Every
so
time I
funny.
think Chuck E. Cheese too, another thing I think of is that scene from Role Models when the little black kid's like, "We are the ass butt." You know what I'm talking about? When he's standing on the chair and they're at Chipmunk Charlie's. It's like the movie version of Chuck E. Cheese.
Yeah, I kind of remember that.
Okay. Sorry.
At Chuck E. Cheese, we had a manager, and she was very religious. Like, she would get worked up if you said, like, "God damn," or like
Jesus Christ.
"fuck."
Yeah.
Any swear word really would get her all
Hot mother.
all angry. And Ben went up to her and he goes, "Oh, I heard you're really religious." And she goes, "Yeah, I really believe in God." And he goes, "I believe in God too. They call me the Christian." And she goes, "Why?" He goes, "Because I've never made a missionary with a girl." And then we ended up going to her church.
It was a cult.
It was like a cult. They're a priest, like, you guys been to church, right?
I've been to church.
Yeah.
And you know how, like, they wear the robes,
Yeah.
depending on the season and stuff? This guy was in jeans and, like, a flannel. And it was at middle school.
Was he telling them that he was God? Or
No, he was saying, like anti
was
gay
homophobic.
shit. Yeah, like, homophobic. And, like, me and Ben, we were still really high because we took edibles the night before.
Yeah.
And this was, like, break of dawn, early in the morning. We're ripped. And we both got in the car and we're like, "Dude, do you really want to fucking go to this?" And we're like, "Well, we might as well. We committed." And
She asked you guys to come? Is
Yeah.
that what- Okay.
she said that we needed guidance. And
Why
so-
would you say
Yeah,
that?
I don't know.
she said, "Benny boy, I worry about you." It's something she told him. And so we went, and we're hearing all this homophobic stuff. And we're like, "Dude, what the fuck are we doing?" It was like a 2-hour like church meeting. And then I still get emails from them.
Yeah.
I get my real email.
Everybody was fist pumping the entire
Yeah,
time.
they're like, "Oh yeah."
When did ground darts start?
Ground darts
That's like a
started-
touchstone.
It was
a
Chuck
year-
E. Cheese.
That was a
Oh,
year
that-
before I came to Fred, like 2016-ish, right?
Yeah.
And
Oh, wow.
myself, Ben, and Evan, we would go around the Chuck E. Cheese parking lot looking for cigarettes that weren't finished, and we would smoke them in the back out the clock. They were called ground darts.
Because they're darts that
Like,
you find on the ground.
like homeless people do.
Yeah, kind of. But Ben and Evan took it to a new extreme and went to the other side of the plaza.
Yeah, we had to hunt.
Yeah, they were hunting. And I would have to
for
cover for them because we would never tell
Well, I
the
have some
managers.
friends that their theory is if there's those 2 lines on your cigarette before the filter still, then the cigarette's not done.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, so
We would smoke them without the filter. Ben would rip it off.
Well, I guess ripping off the filter is better than sucking on somebody else's dry spit.
Oh, that happened too. Yeah, I mean, like, don't
of
get
course.
confused.
That's unavoidable.
He was like ground dart bisexual.
Yeah, he could do it. He could do it all different types of ways.
Yeah, it didn't matter. You
If
know.
there was a dart on the ground, he could find it and he could smoke it.
Oh, I think we peaked around that time.
Do you want to tell them about the pansexual?
No, you talk about the pansexual. That's your girl.
No, I quit.
He lost to What Are the Odds to Have Sex with the Pansexual.
Well, what happened was there was
keep
this
going.
girl with rainbow hair. She was pansexual, and I had no idea what it meant. So I asked Ben, and he said that means like if she could, she'd fuck a tree. And
you
so,
love without restrictions.
Pretty much.
so
I guess.
Ben and our buddy Evan would like she liked both of them, like wanted to go out with both of them. And every time she would text one, somebody else would be like, "No, I actually heard like Ben's into you." And then
Oh, like they
like they would just keep passing her back and forth. And the one time she texted Ben and goes, "Do you have a car?" And he was like, "Yeah." And she goes, "Would you like to go on a date?" And he goes, "Oh, I actually heard Evan's into you." And she goes, "Weird, because he told me the same thing, that you're into me." And then they're like, "Oh, that's weird." And they decided to take her to Paris, but it never happened.
Yeah, it's still going on to this day. She's still currently in my DMs.
And she Snapchats Evan some explicit videos.
What are
Good
you
God.
waiting for?
Damn, if I wasn't tied down in a relationship
Oh,
right
yeah, that
now,
would make sense.
Maybe,
Yeah.
yeah.
If he gets a hall pass,
Yeah.
that's what we're waiting for.
Babe,
Ellie to trust him
babe,
enough.
Babe, we've been waiting to tag team this pansexual for years. Come on. It doesn't mean anything.
Man, she's a looker.
Just penetration.
She is a looker. She's got a lot going for her. I follow her on Instagram.
She does. You want to shout out her Instagram handle?
No, I don't remember
Probably
it.
not.
Maybe we hold that back.
I don't remember it.